All right, let's try the kill switch there. Pull that red switch. There you go. That worked good. So besides one little bolt coming out of somewhere, we're not quite sure where, seems like it runs pretty good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What's your impressions of it?
I like it.
It's a pretty light bike too. It's definitely lighter than the Pee-wee and Honda for sure, and probably a little bit lighter than the Husqvarna EE5. You can push it pretty easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we had Renan test out the SYX MOTO HOLESHOT dirt bike. This is the bargain bikes that you find on Amazon, and I think this one was $300 or $400. And SYX sent this because they wanted Renan to test it, so we didn't know what to expect, right? And having bikes like the Pee-wee and the CRF and the Husqvarna EE5, we have some pretty high-end bikes here, and Renan's quite the accomplished rider, so we weren't sure what to expect from this bike, but I'm kind of surprised. I think it did pretty good. What do you think?
It's not fast enough.
It's not fast enough? Well, that's easy to say coming from a Husqvarna, but so this bike's way more affordable than the other bikes you have. So in speed terms, how would you say it compares to like the Pee-wee or the CRF? The Husqvarna it's not even going to be close because that's a totally different bike. But how does it compare to the Pee-wee and the Honda?
Almost the same.
It's almost the same speed? Yeah, it seems pretty quick. And it kind of sounds like just like a chainsaw to me. It's not that loud. Kind of sounds like somebody doing yard work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in the backyard, it's not too bad. So that's where we have our tracks in the backyard, and just probably sounds like somebody doing some yard work. So now the suspension's a little bit different than the Yamaha. It's got the single rear shock. How does it jump? And the track was loose, so it's going to be a little bit sketchy anyways. But how did it jump? Did it feel like it jumped a little bit easier than the Pee-wee, or not as good?
It didn't jump.
It didn't jump as good?
Mm-mm.
So the suspension's not quite as good as the Pee-wee, you'd say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you still cleared the tabletop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how did it handle, like, through the turns?
Good.
Good? Yeah. You didn't fall? All right. Would it throw any roost?
Mm-mm.
No, it didn't have enough power to really throw the roost. Let's see, what else? How did it feel like when you hit the throttle? Did it go, or did it hold up for a little bit, or did it go when you wanted it to go?
It held up for a tiny bit.
So that's called throttle response. So like when you hit the throttle, did it go or did it go and just go? Kind of stalled a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's kind of how two-strokes are. How are the brakes?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really even use them that much?
No, because it slows down really.
The engine slows you down, right?
Yeah.
So you've been riding the Husqvarna EE5, which is an electric bike, and you use the brakes a lot on that because it doesn't have a motor to slow it down. So now that you have a motor slowing you down, you don't really need too much of the brakes. But they seem to work when you wanted to stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think? How does it look?
Good.
Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? It's a cool looking bike. It looks like a little motocross bike. So you're 6 years old and you're about 4 foot high. So your feet, you're pretty good size for this bike. So I'd say this bike would be good for a really tall 5-year-old up to about maybe an 8-year-old. The 8-year-old is going to be pretty heavy on it. So probably a good learning bike, good starter bike for a 6 or 7-year-old. And definitely a good bike to buy, I think, if you're not sure if your kid is ready to go racing or not, or ready to get into dirt bike riding. So it's pretty low investment to figure out if they're ready. And when they are ready, they can still ride this bike because Renan's a pretty accomplished rider at this point. He's raced for 3+ years now, and you can basically jump on any bike and go. So he was able to do that on this bike. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be able to support the beginner rider too. For the advanced rider, you're going to probably want to go with a more capable bike like Let's see. So the Husqvarna EE is probably the top of the line bike that somebody would go with, but the Honda CRF 50, I'd say, would be the standard bike for a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, and then Yamaha is probably the standard bike for a 5 or 6-year-old. So this falls kind of in between, I think, the Yamaha and the CRF because it's taller. So with that, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a great bike for all the kids that come over to learn on. Like, right, your friends that come over maybe that don't know how to ride. You think it'd be a good bike for them to try? Yeah, and it's probably not a bike that we're going to race, right? Although it might be pretty fun to take it to a race and see how it stacks up against the Pee-wees, right? It'd be funny to see if it beat the Pee-wees. Everybody they'd be kind of upset, wouldn't they? It'd be funny. Let's see. So yeah, definitely a good yard bike, good starter bike, good bike to have for all the kids that come over to practice on and try out, get used to motorcycle riding, and super low investment. So what do you think? You give it a thumbs up? Yeah. All right. I give it a thumbs up too. So yeah, basically that's it, right? All right. So say thanks for watching, and what else do you say?
Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the bell.
Make sure to hit the bell for notifications when I have new videos coming out, because we have lots of videos on lots of stuff. Lots of motorcycle stuff, go-kart racing, fun stuff.
Hockey.
You want to do hockey videos? I have that stuff filmed. We're going to come out with it at some point. And just family fun stuff, right? So what do you say? You want to try to find that missing bolt?
No.
No? You just leave it? Just send it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. All right. All right, then. Thanks for watching. See you next time.